change, what we need to do to reinvent ourselves, what we need to do to create this next generation of dealers. What can we do to be able to combat the disruptors that are in our industry?
Hello there, Internet. It's me, John Oliver, the big bird boy that goes chirpity yak. We are off this week, but we wanted to give you a quick update because you might remember a few months ago we did a story about local car commercials, specifically the fact that it had come to our attention that some of them looked suspiciously similar.
Hey, you know these guys over here from Elder Mitsubishi. I'm in a pickle. My doctor told me to turn it down a notch before my heart explodes.
Scott here from Programa Center, and I'm in a pickle. My doctor told me to calm down before my heart explodes.
Hey, Frank Groby here from Groby Automotive. Doctor told me I need to turn it down a notch so my heart doesn't explode.
Steve Johnson here from Zumbrota Ford. My doctor told me to turn it down a notch so my heart doesn't explode.
Dad, your doctor told you to calm down before your heart explodes.
I mean, excellent, right? Every single pickle a star, and they made that look easy, which is impressive because if I may quote my favourite pig fucker, it's not easy being green.
Yo, that's for real. That was on HBO Max. Wow. And the interesting thing about this video is that dealers pay the same ad company to run the same damn ad, right? Same ad. So this is what happens. These guys come in.
So when in doubt, just say, let me talk to my manager.
Next, Carvana's 100% online shopping experience. Carvana lets people buy a car, get this, from their couch. Oh, how disruptive.
No salesman there to help me pick out the car I need.
But how does anyone find a car on this site without someone like us checking in?
She's a dealer.
Oh, golly.
I can help you find the color you want.
That sounds nice.
Let me talk to my manager.
Buy your next car 100% online with Carvana.
So we let that happen, and this company comes in.
Hi, can I?
Help you.
Sedan, mid-size, SUV, or my car.
Never go to a dealership again.
So glad we got it online.
Go to vroom.com, buy a car, and we'll deliver it contact free.
So I'm gonna pause it there. So we got these newcomers, right? We got Carvana, we got Vroom, we got these other things or entities that have come through, and they've taken our model and made it a mockery, and they use it against us, right? They use it against us. They took the dealership model, everything that we do, our value-added proposition show them, right? They use it against us. They said, we're gonna take your stuff, we're gonna remodel it and use what you typically do against you and sell your product. We're gonna buy the cars from you and sell them more, and we're gonna do a better job at it. Because one thing we've learned is that Amazon wins, right? We let Amazon charge $20, $30 for toilet paper 2 years ago. We did it. We did it. I mean, we were dumb, we did it. For some reason, somebody took toilet paper off the shelves. I don't understand why to this day, but some warehouse still got a whole bunch of toilet paper somewhere. But Amazon sold it. No one complained, they bought it. No one complained about paper towels, they bought it. And so we have this guy, Tesla, last quarter, posted a 73% year-over-year increase for third quarter. What was our percentage increase? It ain't 73%. It ain't even posting a $1.6 billion profit. So we created that. We let these people come in, right? Using our model, they use it against us, and now they're selling product. It's a new paradigm we're in. These are the things that we in this room need to be ahead of. The game has changed. Our industry's changed. And we let these disruptors come in and change our whole game. Everything we've done, we have to change. And if we don't reinvent ourselves, we're going to be hurting. We will be hurting. You know this guy, right? It's Amazon. 2 years ago, we paid $9.99 for Prime that would used to be overnight delivery. Now it's kind of winding off for 2 days, depending on what the product is. But we still pay $9.99. It's Christmas time. We know who this company is, right? Jeffrey the Giraffe. He went to them, to the giraffe company, and said, "Hey, let me sell your stuff for you online." What happened, Jeffrey? You gone. You know these people was the king of fast food, right? Started off with the Big Mac, then we came up with the McNuggets, and we got the fish fillet, and we got, what else the other one we got? The McRib.
Yeah, the McRib.
We got,
Say.
we got fries, we got all types of stuff, right? Then this man come along, Chick-fil-A, selling chicken. Not chicken fillet fish, not chicken fillet hamburgers, chicken and fries. 6 days a week. Right? No complaints. This man's line in every city where y'all in is at least an hour away.
Yep.
He used these young kids, give them some iPads to take orders. Ain't nobody complaining. These folks blocking traffic wherever they are. We don't complain. I talked to the board today, but people they'll complain to wait in the showroom for an oil change that's over an hour. We still use iPads. So what's the difference? They're touching people ahead of time. Right, Deron? Right? That's what Deron does. He trains them. How do you use, he took the model, he flipped it and used it against McDonald's. Now you see McDonald's having to adapt to Chick-fil-A is open for 6 days a week. Chick-fil-A does not do 2 for $3. Chick-fil-A is straight price. People buy it. They don't have the Chick-fil-A, the fish fillet sandwiches. Remember they used to do that? You get buy a Big Mac, get another Big Mac free. You know, I don't know where they get all this chicken from, but it's chicken, right? but he's changed the paradigm of fast food. Because really the weight is no longer a weight. It's not an issue anymore. Because he's changed it. He put a tent over his, if you think about just what Chick-fil-A did, right? He took a tent, put it over the drive-thru, just in case when it rains or it's too hot. And he put these young men outside and stand in the rain, and they will walk out to your car to take your order. We don't complain because we think we're already being taken care of. Why can't we do that in our industry? Right? Things gotta change. Things have to change. The pricing situation has to change. Perry and Jim, we talk about one price all the time. That's really the new paradigm, to be honest. It is. So we gotta figure out how can we adapt and reinvent ourselves. Legislative front, we have seen a significant lot of changes from not just from an administrative change, but we've seen some things from 2035. The state of California came out and said, hey, Californians no longer sell gas vehicles or ICE vehicles. Can't sell them. President Biden last year, a couple months ago, came out and said, look, we want to set the target 50% of all electric cars by the year 2030. That's in 9 years. Will have to be an EV, hybrid, hydrogen cell, or something. That's why you see the manufacturers doing this whole big rush. EV. What are we doing to change? OEM's requirements want us to change our facilities. We gotta adapt to this. But we don't have the infrastructure for it. The entire world doesn't have the infrastructure for it. So what happened just last month? Passed the infrastructure bill. 1.2 trillion, which basically says, hey, America, y'all want to do this EV stuff because I said so. Every manufacturer is coming out with their own segment, from Mercedes-Benz to Nissan to Ford, to Kia, VW, any VW folks are in here, everyone's changing. We don't have the infrastructure. There's not a charging station that you can get to easily. Anybody ever driven one? There is such thing as range anxiety. It's scary shit. I ain't gonna lie, it's scary. It's like when your phone goes dead. You get that little red line and you're like, oh crap. We act like crackheads to get somebody to use their charger. We do. But we got change. And so, what are we going to do as a dealer body? What are we going to do as a think tank? What are we going to do as representing consumers that's over 30% of the market to change? We're the change agents. LIFO recapture. All of you dealers, seasoned dealers here, we have a big tax bill coming up. And so what NADA has been leading the way on, and we've chimed in as well as AIADA, is how do we extend this? The issue is not to pay the taxes, but the challenge right now is cash flow. Can we get opportunity to extend the tax liability for you for 2021 and expand it for another 3 years? One, because inventory levels are so low, and also there's a chip shortage, as we all know. And that's something that everybody, we just urge you to take a look at your accountant, or talk to your accountant to make sure that you guys are in compliance with what your options are as a